Oh, hey. Ooh. Nice. Let's start by toasting up 50 grams of pine nuts in a dry pan on medium heat. Once they're all toasted, remove, let them cool down, and then we're going to make the crumble. Place the toasted pine nuts in a food processor and pulse a few times. You may have to scrape down the sides and pulse until you get a nice fine crumble. We're going to use some of it in the pasta, and we're going to use some for garnish. Up next, we're going to finely chop up 150 grams of fresh spinach. You can sort of chop them up into strips, but I like a finer chop, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Now it's time for Prosciutto di Parma, 150 grams. Some might think that prosciutto, which is uncooked, unsmoked, dry cured ham, is just used on charcuterie boards and put into sandwiches. But if you aren't aware, it can be cooked and crisped up into delicious salty-like chips. Layer the prosciutto slices on top of each other, and then we're going to roll it up into a log, and then with a knife, slice into thin strips. You may have to break them up a bit as it'll stick, and you'll be left with craggly little prosciutto strips, just perfect. Then we're going to finely grate a 60-gram snowy mountain of Parmigiano-REGGIANO. And now let's start cooking. In a dry pasta pan or frying pan, on low to medium heat, add all of the prosciutto and stir occasionally and wait until the fat starts to render out a bit and the prosciutto crisps up. Once done, we're going to remove some that we will use for garnish so it stays crispy, and the rest we'll use for our sauce. You will see some fond that has developed on the bottom of the pan, and that's all prosciutto flavor that will be released from the pan when we add the spinach. We definitely don't want to waste that. Now we're just going to add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, some chili flakes for heat, and then the spinach. We're just going to season with freshly cracked pepper. No need for salt as the prosciutto is salty enough, and the pasta will be seasoned with salt as well. And then start to cook down the spinach, and you'll see as the spinach releases moisture, it's going to release all that fond from the bottom of the pan and just give great flavor. Salt a large pot of boiling water, add the pasta, make yourself an espresso, and just wait. We're going to remove the pasta just before al dente, and we're going to add a ladle of pasta water to the pan, and then we're going to add the pasta, and it's time for la mantecatura, mixing and tossing to incorporate everything and to help emulsify to create a nice sauce. And to finish cooking up the pasta, we're going to add more pasta water if needed. Then we're going to add some of the toasted pine nuts, mix and toss. And then we're going to turn off the heat or remove the pan from the heat, and we're going to add the Parmigiano-Reggiano a handful at a time, and you know what to do, mix and toss, mix and toss. Now you're going to be left with a beautiful silky sauce that we're going to plate up, garnish with some more sauce, some of the pine nuts and that crispy prosciutto, and you know what to do, bring it to the table. It's creamy, cheesy, and smooth. You get texture from the pine nuts and the crispy prosciutto. You get your greens and the spinach, although it adds flavor as well. So I hope you give this a go, and as always, the full recipe is in the description below. Please like and comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna grab a piece of crispy prosciutto. And until next time, ciao.